So we're apparently live. So welcome once again to Pixels for Peace. We're gonna see Gunstar Heroes right now, run by Okamikaze. Really good runner for the game.
We're apparently
And
live.
yeah,
So welcome
what
once
we're gonna
again
see is a
to
run and
Pixels
gun
for Peace.
from
We're gonna
for
see
the Sega
Gunstar
Genesis,
Heroes right now, run by
made by
Okamikaze.
Treasure, their
Really
debut
good
game.
runner for the game.
So get ready for some
And
action
yeah, what we're
and
gonna
for
see is
some
a
RNG
run
as
and
well,
gun from for the Sega Genesis,
made by Treasure, their debut game. So get ready for some action and for some RNG as well. So as whenever Okami tells me he's ready, and I'm gonna start commentating some stuff for the game, of course.
So, Jim, when is timer?
Whenever he presses start after setting the difficulty or one play, yeah, right now he started.
Cool.
So Gunstar Heroes, as I said, this is a run and gun made by Treasure. Their first game made for the Sega Genesis. We, as we saw in the choosing in the first screen, we can choose whichever stage you want to go first. And like as tradition for every Gunstar run, we go to black first because this is the most RNG heavy point in the whole game, and this is Dice Palace. Dice Palace is a mini game or a board game where you can roll from 1 to 3, and there's a space right at the end before the boss that it's the way back. What the way back does, it's just that it sends you all the way back to the start of the board game. So that's a heavy time loss if you land in that space, of course. But let's hope Okami doesn't land in the way back or doesn't get any bad RNG. So bless RNGs in chat for that. So another thing with Gunstar Heroes is that we're gonna use the jumping kick a lot because it's the faster way of movement in the whole game. And we saw in the first screen too that we can use either fixed shot or free shot. Okami is gonna be using fixed shot because he's gonna be using a, a set of weapons that fixed shot is benefited the most out of them. He's gonna be using flame chaser. So another thing that it's worth mentioning is the weapon system. We have 4 weapons in this game: fire, chaser, laser, and force. Okami here is gonna be using flame chaser, so that's why he chose fixed shot. Fixed shot, what fixed shot does is that you have to be standing still to shoot, and flame chaser has a really good synergy with fixed shot. Free shot basically you can shoot while moving, but flame chaser isn't that much benefit from that. So yeah, as we can see, Okami didn't get the flame chaser, but has double fire, one of the weapons that deal the most damage in the whole game, with flame chaser and lightsaber. And yeah, we see Okami doing the mini bosses as this whole Dice Palace is all about, doing mini bosses and getting items on the taken item spaces. This is another one of the mini games is the rush and go. So basically just try to go as fast as possible and reach the end of the like labyrinth, but not really a labyrinth because it's pretty small and easy to do. So we're gonna see a lot of weapon changing for lot like if he does, yeah, he didn't get the flame chaser, but he's gonna get lightsaber, which is for in my opinion the best weapon in the game. Shout out to Okami for getting lightsaber. So as for damage, lightsaber is actually the weapon that deals the most damage out of every weapon combination. Then there comes not light. I mean flame chaser and then double fire. The maximum amount of damage you can deal with a weapon is 3 frames consistently of damage, and lightsaber does just that. And then Flame Chaser, if you handle it well, it can deal the full 3 frames of damage. So yeah, Okami is rolling with one of the best, if not the best weapon in the game for now. So it's gonna be dealing a lot of damage. But the the downside of having lightsaber is that you can get some mini bosses that are not really good doing with lightsabers, such as Super Gondola. But let's hope he doesn't get Super Gondola and he rolls a 3 after this because he's gonna get a happy item room, and he can get a chaser from there, so he can use Flame Chaser for the rest of the round. And it's a 2. I mean a 2, not a 3. 3 rolls way back. And of course, I would never wish on anybody to get the way back space. Oh, there it is, Chaser. So as you can see now, Okami switched to Flame Chaser, the weapon that he was supposed to be carrying from the start of the game. And what Flame Chaser does is that you can control the direction of the fire, as you can see in the screen, and Okami rolls 2, no way back, pretty good. So we're gonna see the first boss in this game that is black. Oh yeah, and as you might have noticed, every boss or every character in the game is named after a color. If we have black, then we have green, pink, and orange. And the protagonists of this game are red and blue. So we're gonna see Okami doing the melee attacks. Melee attacks are what do the most damage that are not weapons. So melee attacks, at least in this difficulty, are pretty damn good. So we're gonna see Okami spamming that, and no problem, stage clear. Black is a bit of a troll here. Throws you a fake gem, and shout out to the Rohi cow in the background. And there, he gives you the real gem. Now we're gonna move into green stage, another RNG point, but not as RNG heavy as Dice Palace. So this is basically an auto-scroller. You kill as most as if you wanna kill enemies, you can go, but you can still go on this stage without killing enemies, and it's no difference. There's no lag differences at all. So yeah, this is pretty much auto-scroller. Just wait till the train comes, and then we can move to the next section of the auto-scroller. We're gonna have a vertical section right after the first train. As we're seeing, Okami hits the enemy off screen, pretty good. And then we're moving to the vertical part of the level. So I don't really have anything else to say about this stage before the actual boss, that is 7 Force or green. Because as I said, this is just a really long auto-scroller, and the only thing you do here is basically killing enemies and trains. Nothing else.
Alright, thanks so much so far, Jim. I will take a bit of this time to just mention that we are raising funds for Save the Children. We're currently raised a total of $42 USD. So if you do !donated in the chat, you can pick various incentives and goals that you can bid towards, and all the money goes straight to the charity. We are not touching it. And also a reminder to the upcoming bid wars, the closest ones. So the any percent professional mode for Super Ghouls and Ghosts by Telio can be played for another $15. And also, if you donate $10, or I believe there's a couple of dollars that have been put towards, what's the name of that game? Yes. So SD the Great Battle is $2 of $10 donated towards, so another $8, and you get to see an extra game. I mean, you would pay more to play a 20-minute game on Steam, so definitely donate towards that. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Manix, for the reminder. Reminder to donate for Save the Children, all for charity. So yeah, now we're gonna see Okami fighting 7 Force. So basically, this is a shape-shifting kind of robot, and pi- the pilot of the robot, is called Green, who was once part of the Gunstar Heroes Force, but got mind controlled by the Empire, and now he's a bad guy. So yeah, he has as the name of the robot is it's called it's Seven Force, so he can show seven of the forms that he can be. He's Urchin Force right now, not the best RNG, and the second one is gonna be Tiger Force. So we can see either in the vertical section we can see either Urchin Force, Tails Force, or Eagle Force, and then in the vertical section we see Runner Force that it's mandatory, and then we can see Crab Force and Blaster Force. But Okami got Tiger and Urchin, but with light, like with Flame Chaser, it's an okay fight. That was a pretty good stage for Okami as well. So now we're gonna move into pink. Yeah, we're gonna move into pink stage. Well, like the most chill stage. We don't have any RNG in this stage, if I remember correctly. And it basically just run and shoot. Oh, and yeah, there are those enemies. They're called phantoms that drop hearts whenever you kill them, and that's a mini boss that didn't exist. Okami just blazed through it thanks to Flame Chaser, another phantom. Now we're gonna climb the pyramid. So this can be pretty troll if you bonk an enemy or a wall. You can pretty much jump the opposite side doing a wall jump and lose 20% 20 HP because of that. So yeah, this is another mini boss that just you just straight one shot him because Flame Chaser is too good and we're playing on the easiest difficulty after all, so we see the damage is pretty insane. So yeah, that's the thing about the difficulty. Easy difficulty is the one where you can do the most of damage, of course, and that's why it is the faster category. But then you have it normal, hard, and expert, where from normal and onwards, the damages are nerfed, such as the melee damage, weapon damage, throwing your partner damage. But we're not gonna see that because this is not a two-player run. But yeah, we basically run easy because it's the fastest category of them all. So now we're gonna see Pink, the boss of this stage, and it's pretty much melee attack spam because, as I said earlier, it's pretty good. Just we're gonna slide, and there we go. And we achieved the third gem out of the four we have to collect in the first four stages. And the last of the first four is gonna be orange, another auto scroller. But only the first half of the stage is an auto scroller, a vertical one where you can see the ship of orange. So, no, talking about this game and this community, this if you ever want to run this game, this community has a lot of resources, such as tutorials to avoid certain things like soft locking. We have tutorials made by Dagram, pretty good runner of this game, and a lot of other games too. We have theory tasks if you want to see how optimized this game can be. The community is pretty much willing to help you in any way possible if you ever want to run this game. And as a joke, we the community are called the Dice Palace support group because we all know how brutal can Dice Palace be. So yeah, this game is pretty easy to get into, but pretty obnoxious or hard to optimize because of the RNG heavy points in this game, such as Dice Palace or Seven Force, or even that can happen in stage 5. So Yeah, no, we're gonna reach soon the end of the auto scroller. Just some bombs, it's raining bombs and enemies. Yeah, as soon as we see the ship go all the way up, we're gonna reach the end of the auto scroller and we're gonna fight a phantom. Got tried to kill with slide. It's no deal. On flame chaser is a good weapon after all. And this is we reach a minimum and take Okami should take care with the oscillation cycle in this stage because it can cause a pretty nasty soft lock, temporary soft lock in this stage. So you have to be careful with the cycle. No, yeah, it's not gonna be soft locking this time because the oscillation cycle was completed. And now we're gonna see Smash Daisaku, aka M Bison, from this game. Pretty good kill. That was pretty fast. And this is Orange. Pretty much the buff guy from the military. And then we're gonna try to kill it either with standing slides or throws. Because there's a strat that we use that we're hanging from this kind of helicopter, and then we throw him down just a little 380 damage for every throw. That was a good fight from Okami, pretty good, and we're done through the first 4 stages of the game. And now we're gonna see one of the most infamous stages in this game apart from Dice Palace because this stage can be rough. You have so many factors that can either screw you up in this run, such as not getting the quick kills on the Phantoms, or Bison just straight up being Bison and not cooperating. This is so those are the Phantoms that I was talking about. We have we have 3 Phantoms in this stage, so Okami's gonna try to get the quick kill in all of them. I mean, getting the quick kills on the first 2 Phantoms is pretty hard because you have to take in account all the enemy placement, the enemy spawn, and the Phantom RNG because he's of course gonna have a different pattern every time you play this game. So you just have to get lucky. Pretty much the whole game, just get lucky. So now we see Okami trying to throw this kind of ship, but the other enemies got in his way, so he wasn't able to. Still pretty good yellow Phantom kill. And this part can be pretty rough if you don't remember the walker placement. The walkers are those giant robots with those soldiers there. So if you don't remember where they spawn, it can be pretty rough. We see Ogami took a hit from one of them, and they deal 20 damage. It can be pretty bad for health matters for the boss. He has to be careful. Yeah, I think he's okay with 119 health. And now we see M Bison's back. So yeah, this is Smash Daisaku, and we finally fight him, not as a mini boss, and this time as a real boss. He can do 2 things in his first phase. Either he can be flying across the screen and throw bombs at you, and he can do a charging attack where you can deal the most damage to him because he doesn't have iframes during that, and you can pretty much get the flame chaser on top of him just for optimal damage. Okami's gonna play it safe because we all know in the community how this guy can be pretty bad. Yeah, Okami's taking it safe. Really good for a marathon run. We don't want to see a death in this game because if he died in this stage, imagine if he died at this boss. He will have to do the whole stage again, and it's gonna be like 5 minutes of the whole stage trying to get the weapon. But yeah, no, it was no trouble for Okami. He got through pretty easily. And you can see here. This is Emperor Grey. You're the one, the big evil, the big evil guy from this game. And Smash Daisaku pointing a gun at yellow. And one of the small guys from pink stage untying yellow. Smash Daisaku getting mad at them. But look at this now. The whole midget army. So good. And this is stage 6. This is space. It's another long auto scroller. So if you're very interested in watching the theory tasks for this game, you can look it up on YouTube. It's pretty damn good, I say, because it has some crazy dodges in this stage, and it shows you how optimized this game can be, of course. But yeah, we're gonna see Okami killing as much as he can because he doesn't want to get hit by any enemy on screen. As you can see, Okami is using only the chaser because if you ever use flame chaser on this stage, it's gonna generate lag, because flame chaser is the weapon that generates the most lag out of every weapon in the game. And chase on solo chaser, it's pretty good for this stage as well. So yeah, we're gonna be only seeing flame chaser on mini bosses, such as this one. This is the return of Timeron. We saw Timeron back in Dice Palace, but he doesn't stand a chance. So basically, what what the game wants you to do with Timeron, it's pretty much dodge, 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 and dodge every bullet that Timeron is gonna shoot at you, and you can get a time bonus from how much you're last in there without killing Timeron, because you can be there like forever dodging bullets, and you get an extra bonus. I don't remember the actual amount of points you get, but you have to stay a long time to get that bonus. Oh, and at some point, I think it's after the 30-minute mark, he's gonna shoot a projectile at you. That's pretty slow, but if you ever get hit by that, it's an insta kill. But yeah, we're not gonna see timer and challenge, of course, in this, because this is a speed run. We're of course trying to go as fast as possible. So yeah, this part of the stage has two safe spots, bottom right and top right. If you stay in top right, the lasers aren't gonna spawn, so you don't see those light blue lasers. But it doesn't matter. Okami was standing in the safe spot bottom right, so it's not that big of a deal. You get some health. You see that when he picked up the health, it says 15, but it's actually 20. That's like a really small detail, really small programming error. But yeah, it doesn't matter that much. We get more health. I, as I said in the green stage, I don't really have much to say about this stage because it's an auto scroller. Apart from the thing, apart from the fact that you can generate lag in this stage if you use flame chase. But yeah, it's pretty much shoot everything, try to dodge, and get to the end of the auto scroller. And if I was doing like a task commentary, I would be saying like, yeah, this is going to read donations and stuff. All the greetings from Germany memes and all that stuff. Long time viewer, first time donator, yeah. You know that. So yeah, this is another mini boss on this stage. Yeah, a cannon that Okami pretty much kills instantly because of Flame Chaser. So I'm gonna get the time to give a shout out to the whole community of this game. You guys are pretty much the one of the best community I have ever been in. So helpful. We have resources, everything. And this game, of course, is pretty good. I give this game a lot of stick nowadays because everybody in the community knows how brutal can the RNG be. But in the end, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Based treasure for making this game. Yeah, the music in this game is pretty good as well. And now we're gonna see the return of Seven Force, one of the most annoying bosses in this whole game. Because remember how I was talking about generating lag in this stage? Well, this guy can be pretty annoying, and he can do that if he chooses a certain force. And yeah, this is it. The Eagle Force. Eagle Force generates a lot of lag, and it's pretty bad to have him be showing here in this fight. But at least Eagle Force showed when he was low HP, so he didn't have to deal with that much of lag in the fight. And he's done with space. This is Korgar's system. We have three phases of this security system of the Empire ship, and he got jump rope. This is the worst that can happen to you in this fight because it wastes like 20, 25, 20 to 30 seconds, or not that much, I think. Let's leave it at 20 seconds of just jumping, 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 and you can't even do damage to it. I mean, you can always do 100 damage by sliding, but you're gonna get hit every time. But yeah, this is the worst RNG. Worst possible. The second phase is the Unit of the Dragon. Unit of the Dragon. He's pretty much, we call him Snake, Unit of the Snake. He pretty much flies across the screen, and you have to hit him with the weapon. We proved that hitting Unit of the Dragon with Flame Chaser is faster than trying to do a melee attack first. It's faster like 2 seconds. And yeah, he's done with. Unit of the Dragon, pretty good fight. And now we see Unit of the Runner, aka Vector Man. Another good game for Sega Genesis, but yeah, Vector Man's dead. You have to deal a lot of damage by doing melee attacks or straight up hitting it with your weapon. Yeah, that's stage 6 clear. Pretty good run so far for Okami. And now we are in the last stage, the boss rush. And as you can see, we're being shown on screen with every boss of the game you've seen earlier standing there watching you. Yeah, so yeah, they're watching a stream of you getting through this stage. So yeah, they're watching a stream of a stream. We're basically streaming another stream. We're streaming Okami stream that's streaming the whole boss rush from the bad guy's perspective. Streamception. Yeah, this is the first refight. This is Pink Lobster. You have to be careful with whatever Pink Lobster is gonna do. It can either do the melee attack with that kind of, I don't know what that arm, or he can shoot bubbles at you. But yeah, Flame Chaser just destroys this boss. And this guy here, Orange 2, can be a wrong killer if you don't know how to deal with him. So this is the gatekeeper of the boss rush. So you have to be careful with, because he can do a lot of explosive damage. He can deal up to 100 damage in only one attack. So you have to be pretty careful with that. Yeah, Okami's taking it safe, of course. We don't want to see a death in this refight. We don't want to see a death at all. Yeah, it was a pretty good fight, pretty good safe fight. He's through Orange too. Orange is done for, and now we're gonna see the Black refight, Black Fly. He's gonna try to do a new strat found by Dr. Fatboy recently. And you damage boost there, you fall there, and with the boost of going upward, you stand on top of Black Fly and you kill it with melee attacks. Shout out to Dr. Fatboy for finding this strat, and good work from Okami getting that. And this is another another guy that can screw you over, like in pretty much in the whole game if you don't get the stun lock. Orange, like not orange, I mean green can either get stun lock or get freed and do whatever he wants. But Okami got the stun lock on green too, so pretty good. Got the stun lock, he's dead. And now we see a cutscene with Emperor Grey getting betrayed by the the gems that he was trying to collect from us, that he stole from us actually. Yeah. Now we move on to the final boss of this game, Gold and Silver. Yeah, Gold and Silver is pretty unique in terms of how you wanna hit him, because you see those 4 gems on the screen. You have to hit the 4 gems, and now we're gonna see Okami standing in in what we call a magical pixel, where Gold and Silver doesn't even attack you. He just shoots at you and he doesn't hit. You can pretty much deal free damage without getting hit. So this gem is, yeah, green gem, best gem possible, and that's final stage clear. We're gonna go do time soon. As soon as the screen fades to black, after we see the ship on the background, it's time. 3, 4. That's the final gem dissolved. Gold and silver, it is out. You see the ship and time. 33:08 in Okami's timer. Really good run. GG's to Okami. Yeah, around the 33 mark is pretty good for a marathon, especially because we know dice balance, we know how can buy zombie or orange do, or basically everything in this game. Yeah, pretty good run from Okamikaze here. So yeah, now you see now you see like the final cutscene. Oh no, what we're gonna do? This guy is too strong. We have no weapons, and there comes 7 Force. As I told you before, this guy was part of the Gunstar Heroes Force, but he was mind controlled by the Empire, and now he's gonna make amends for it, and he's gonna run into Golden Silver, and he's done.
Dang, that was a sick run. Thanks for the commentary, Jim. That was awesome.
Indeed. Yeah, thank you.
Did you think
This
you'd
was-
commentate a 33 today?
I mean, this was my first time commentating in English. If you didn't know, my first language is Spanish. This is my first time commentating in English for a marathon.
I think you
So
did great,
I
and you
was-
got all the details in there.
I was pretty nervous at the start, but yeah, I got used to it.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. All right, guys. So we're gonna GG's to Okami. By the way, do follow these two in the chat. We're gonna go to a quick music break, and we'll set up for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 with Pikachu, or Pikachu, if you want to do the whole thing. And Junkyard Dave will be commentating that, so stay tuned.